Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome to the start of a brand new campaign series here today on the channel. We're going to be back on Medieval 2 Total War, playing on the Era Total War Conquest mod. So guys, I want to make a deal with you. If this video can hit 500 likes within 24 hours, I will do a double upload here today and release the second video instantly. If not, you just have to wait a little bit longer for that next upload. Now guys, I can't stress this enough. If you want to see more Medieval 2 campaigns on the channel, leave a like and a comment in the comment section down below, because depending on the support and feedback and general consensus on this video, could quite possibly lead to more stainless steel campaigns, Third Age Total War, Divide and Conquer, or maybe even some Westeros Total War. So we're going to be playing on the Era Total War Conquest in the year 1547. Now this is going to be a lot of fun, as this could be a world conquest. If you guys would like to see it, you can actually conquer the entire world if you want to. We're going to be playing as the Kingdom of Scotland and trying to forge and carve out our own empire. There's a lot of factions that you can play as here. Spain, of course, the Ottoman Empire. We have Kingdom of Sweden. We have the Austrian Habsburg dynasty. We have the Tsar of Russia. We've also got the Great Ming dynasty over in the Far East. Right, let's quickly go back here and have a look at some of the units that we're going to be operating with throughout this campaign. This time period is early modern warfare, so we will be using pike and shot, very early matchlocks at the moment. However, we're still going to be using our bows and swords, medieval warfare as well, because we're still very early much in the days. For some reason, there's some other modded stuff here, which you can't get in the campaign. I've definitely played, like, there's no way you can get angel princes there, but as you can see, we can get a lot of our Scottish Highlandmen, some noble swordsmen, mortars, bombards, and some sword and buckler men. Right, without further ado, I'll see you guys on the campaign map. Okay guys, how you doing? Welcome to the campaign map. Just thought I'd quickly skip the intro movie there, as it isn't relevant to this. Of course, there isn't a custom one. So welcome to the campaign map, guys. We're playing as Scotland, and we have a measly one territory here. King James is our king, of course. Now, I want to do a toggle photo to show you guys off the world. In this campaign, we have the Americas, of course, South America, Africa we're able to conquer, all the way into the Far East, into Asia, down into Southeast Asia, and Australia. We could conquer Australia and New Zealand if we want. Here's my homeland of Tasmania there. But let's go back to Scotland here. Let's do a toggle photo, and I'm going to show you guys the provinces and whatnot. Now, this is a really interesting time period in 1547. Like I said, it's very early days of early modern warfare, so we're still going to be using, of course, pike and shot and bows and swords. A lot of interesting developments are going on in this time period as well. Henry VIII has just died in England, and his son Edward has risen to the throne. Ivan has become the first Tsar of Russia as well. The Ottoman Empire are at their height. They are even just outside the Austrian Empire there. But look how mighty the Ottomans are. Absolutely crazy. Spain occupies most of the New World, and Portugal and Australia still hasn't been settled just yet, but we could take the entirety of it. There's some pretty good merchant game over here in Australia. Ironic. Legend of Total War. I see it. I see it. There's a lot of gold here, so it probably might be worth actually getting a good merchant network over here if we can hold this territory. And then we have New Zealand down here, of course, because the joke is Legend hates merchants and whatnot. We've got Japan, Domi Arigato, Mr. Rabato, Sapporo! Oh my god, I love Sapporo. So we can even take Japan. The main objective for this series, of course, my objective, I'll turn toggle photo off in a moment, is to take the entirety of the United Kingdom as Scotland, push down and take territory in maybe France and Spain. I would ideally like to set up an outpost in each continent. Maybe we could take the 13 colonies. Maybe Scotland can rewrite history and have the 13 colonies here. I'd love to take the Cherokee nations. It would be hard to get an outpost here in South America, but it most definitely could be done. I'd like to get a region here in Africa, colonize Australia, of course, and maybe take a settlement in Southeast Asia. But let me know in the comment section down below where you would like me to expand and conquer, as there is a hell of a lot. Now let's talk about Europe at the moment. It is quite clustered and condensed, but I actually quite like it. I don't mind it because we're in 1547 now. Spies and intel are at an all-time high. Like, if we were to invade York straight up, like, we wouldn't be able to sneak an army. You know what I mean? If we attacked York head-on or invaded France, like, the days of French troops sneaking into England are kind of over. You know when an army disembarks, as there's so much sort of intel and spies and subterfuge going on. So it's really going to be tough. We're going to be fighting in very close proximity if we do here as well. What else is going on in this time period as well? Oh, yes, let's talk about religion. We've got the whole Catholic and Protestants debate. Now, the Pope is in this campaign. He can call crusades. So the factions that are Catholic are the French, the Spanish, the Habsburg dynasty. However, England and Scotland are Protestant. So, theoretically, the Pope could call a crusade against us. It could be, obviously, Protestants versus Catholics. However, the Ottoman Empire, who is Sunni at the moment, I guess that's Sunni Muslim, Shia Muslim. Oh, that's even different as well. Huh. So there might be separate jihads as well. That's interesting. Kingdom of Sweden is Protestant. And what's Denmark? Because it does change back and forth a lot throughout history, so I'm not entirely sure, just off the top of my head. Protestant, Denmark, and Norway. But yeah, let me know in the comments where you would like me to expand. We have so many possibilities in this. Okay, guys, let's get stuff off and running. I don't know if you guys noticed it before. I just had to quickly go to my settings. It looked like there was some screen tearing going on. I fixed it and put VSync on. That was off for some reason. But I think that's pretty much it. You guys can sort of see what is able to be conquered here all over the world. So the main objective for this season is take the United Kingdom and establish trading outposts in the Americas, Africa, Australia, and whatnot. So let's zoom back in and let's go with toggle phone. That will be the last cheat we'll use in this series. I just want to sort of show you around the world, get a general consensus and whatnot. But man, it feels so good to be back in Medieval 2 Total War. Now let's have a look at our capital here, of course. So, what do we got to work with? We've got noble pikemen, mercenary sword and buckler men. We've got some Highland nobles as well. So it's not going to be all matchlock and stuff. Like I said, it's pretty rudimentary. We're going to be using artillery a lot throughout this campaign. So let's get some of them in. Let's get a proper cannon in and get a mortar. Let's try and get some new pikemen and some matchlock men as well, along with some Highlanders. That would be ideal if we could get that somehow. More swordsmen as well. We're going to be using longbowmen as well. So, family tree-wise, we currently have King James of Scotland. He has the Scottish crown, the Privy Seal, faction leader. He currently has 1 authority and 3 piety, so he's not the most sort of Protestant man, is he? We have Prince Francis here, who is his 13-year-old son, heir apparent to the throne. Winter, movement points, doesn't like it. He's got good loyalty and command as well. Army-wise, these are the only 2 men we have. We've obviously got a diplomat and a bishop. So, let's rally up into Scotland itself. I'm going to move Francis out just yet because we're going to be able to get some mercenaries. And mercenaries are very good in Total War. 700 upkeep, though. I want to try and compare them to some other men at the moment. So, what are these? Oh, there's not really going to be much of a comparison. Oh, it's going to be a hell of a lot. However, what I want to do is try and blitzkrieg the English as best we can. York there has King Henry the Cat. Oh, so Henry the VIII is alive. Okay. Henry the Cat? Well, he was a bit of a pussy destroyer, wasn't he? I don't know if I should say that. Demonetized 5 seconds in. Boom. Okay, right. Let's get a couple of these matchlock guys in. And we'll try and get some swordsmen as well. because we want to try and blitzkrieg them as quickly as possible. Right, diplomat, let's try and move you down here to York. Let's try and get some trade rights with the English, even for a turn. They've accepted. And would they give me a tribute? Like, you never know. He may do. I did say in this that King Henry VIII died. This might be the start of 547. I think he dies somewhere between. So he is quite old at the moment. Is his son Edward there, like I said? His son Edward must be somewhere. Regardless, we've got our own bishop, of course. 75% Protestant. And there's more Protestant down there, so let's keep you here as well. Right, not really much else we can do, of course. I'd love to get a ship, but I don't know if we're going to be able to. Rightio, let's end the turn and continue. Oh, York and Ireland have been abandoned. Wow, okay, interesting. Any more negotiations here? Whoa, 2,300. That's fine. We're going to be able to take some territory quite quickly. My priest died, which isn't good. James's loyalty is going up. My Lord Marshal. But yeah, I can definitely see myself playing as more factions on this. Playing as the Ottoman Empire in Medieval 2 might be a lot of fun. Taking Europe, putting it under Islamist banner. We could maybe push over. Like, imagine if you could create like an awesome Ottoman Empire. Maybe I should be playing Empire Total War. That's something I can definitely do. Right, okay, so are we keen and raring to go at the moment? I think we probably can hit your... Oh, Henry VIII is there. Oh, Mystic Meg. Simpzy being Mystic Meg trying to take this out. So the army is here. Where has their other army gone? I'd love to know where it is, but they've absolutely abandoned York. That's crazy, man. I've played a similar campaign to this. Like, I'm sure you guys... Like, this mod came out... I believe it was at the start of the year, like the last big update. But there's been World Conquest campaigns for years. I remember playing back in the day. Is it Falcom? Or Falcon? I think it's Falcom Total War. There was a really old one. But let me know suggestions, guys. You guys in the comments probably play more Medieval 2 Total War than me, or recently. So if you guys are a little bit... okay, what am I best to do here? I can't leave that... empty. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, experts. People who've played this campaign more. Let me know. Tips and feedback. So we're going to leave this swordsman here so it doesn't get attacked straight up. But we're going to hit York. And we're going to hopefully take this city. We're going to be able to hit straight on. So at the moment we're currently operating with 3, 4, 6 units of pikes. 1 unit of nobles, 4 units of Scottish archers, 1 unit of matchlocks there, got some swordsmen, more pikes, and some other ones, whatnot. So let's assault the city. It is a 5-to-1 ratio. King Henry is in there with 1 unit of dismounted English knights. So for your medieval fans, there's going to be a lot of medieval action in this series. It's not going to be like Empire Total War, because like I said, we're still very much in the early days of early modern warfare. It's going to be very much with the sword and bow with matchlocks, because the matchlocks are really not accurate in Medieval 2. But we've taken York, we've charged down into England, and we're going to sack the city for all it's worth. Oh, what is this? Oh, the English Navy on the coast there. That's fascinating. However, King James has got some more authority now. I'm trying to think if we can hit England straight up. No, we can't. We could push a siege potentially. Let's control A and M, merge where we can. I might keep Francis in here. We don't have to get him killed yet. He can sort of sit back. 4 turns for that to come along. We don't want to just yet. Let's get some mercenary knights here. Okay, cool. Let's repair where we can. But James has taken York. How fantastic is that, guys? We're really putting some pressure in here on the British. Let's end the turn and continue. Okay, so an army's pushed up just outside Scotland over the border. I want to see what the English do here. The quicker we can wipe them out, the better. The King of England is dead. Henry VIII is dead. The Sultan is dead as well. The Ottoman Emperor is dead. A gift, 3,000 florins. We are bankrupt here at the moment. But as the quicker we can knock out the English, the better. So, huzzah! Prince Francis has had a son. Angus beef. Okay. Oh, we've got some diplomatic information as well. The Ottoman Empire at the Austrian Habsburgs. That's awesome. Great. They're both going at it. The Kingdom of Spain is at war with whoever this is. And the following factions have declared their allies here. The Chinese in the Far East. Okay. So I can't actually get my diplomat over there, which kind of sucks. I would love to send out just some scouts if we could. Maybe like a unit of archers or something. Oh no! What is this? Oberon of Birmingham. Where has that army gone? Why is England gonna be out? We're gonna march into London. 3 units. I smell something fishy here, boys. Are they hiding out in the forest? That'd be typical. Alright, let's control A, because this seems a little bit too easy. Okay. Right, I'm a bit suspicious. Let's move out with the full army, and let's besiege London. Okay. Oh, okay. I thought that was the army. I thought that army routed. So with the king dead, they were looking to expand. That lightning attack worked. This could be one of their armies that rebelled, though. However, we've got Captain Gregory here with Elizabeth the Magnificent and a full army. So it looks like the English are going after the Spanish, I think. So the English aren't at war with anyone just yet. There's this army there. Look, I think we'll be fine. I think we can take London. Okay, so what are the odds? Ooh, 10-9. King Edward is here now. Why is that so much not in my favour? Is it because King James has no authority? That's crazy. But in saying that, this is London at the end of the day, so it's quite a large sort of city. I can't afford to lose this one. So let's chuck a quick save, even though we're more than likely going to win it. But let's take London. It's not going to be hard. I just don't trust the auto-resolve in this. 10-9. We outnumber them 13-1. Let's fight this one quickly on the battlefield and have the Siege of London in today's episode. All we need to do is blow down the wall or potentially the gate, which is more than easily done. But man, I'll put in the description below the mod if you guys like to download it and play along with me. I highly recommend playing as another faction. Like, Scotland's going to be difficult for us, but maybe playing as an already established kingdom might be quite fun. So we're going to try and break down this gate, but I don't know how well we're going to do it. We're going to be able to get some pretty decent arc shots here, but the mortars aren't going to be well. I think we're probably actually better off trying to get the mortars to blow down a piece of wall. So let's move you guys up as high as possible. Like, that's probably alright. We probably get some pretty decent angles there. You can sit here just fine. But let's cross our fingers and hope to see if my artillery can do the business. If not, we're just going to have to sort of retreat. You never know, they could charge out against me. But we have the Siege of London. Here are some of the units that we're working with, of course. The Scottish Pikes. We're going to be using them a lot this series. We have some of the best pikemen in the game, the Scots do. So that's going to be a lot more beneficial than what it would be in Medieval 2, like vanilla, as Scotland has one of the weaker unit rosters. But regardless, now with matchlocks and stuff, we're going to be quite competitive. So let's try and break down the gateway as quickly as possible, and I guess we just try and go for this piece of wall. Let's rain fire and death upon the English, who foolishly left their kingdom undefeated. And it looks like they're going to try and double down to try and establish more settlements over in Europe, disembarking in Belgium by the look of it. But we'll see how we go. We're prepping up our cannons. Artillery! Take aim. Bah! Okay, so that's incredibly accurate there. You guys would have seen that. Holy shit. It's reinforced though, but I reckon we can absolutely smash that wall there if we're careful. But we're going to be using artillery in this series, which will be a lot of fun. I don't think I've actually, in a while, in a campaign, actually hit the artillery phase in a Total War. So let's just hope this isn't indestructible or something. Let's start speeding things up, because it's just going to be this Yeah. It's just going to be only a matter of time. Nope, it does look like the gateway is degrading, and we've opened it. We've taken the gate. So we're going to be able to send in our swordsmen. So let's do that straight up. Highlanders and British swordsmen. We're going to be able to move those mercenaries in. Charge, men, for victory! And we'll move in my archers as well. Actually, we have the gateway down, so what's the point of charging in? Let's rain fire and death upon the enemy. Let's just move up to a more favourable position. But they're actually going to sit there in the gateway. So, let's just quickly move up with my swordsmen and try and hold them here. Sit back, relax, cool, calm and collected. There's no way that we've lost this one. So let's quickly reform up. Continue to speed things up as cannons do take their time to reload. I can't seem to zoom in any more than that. We could have a crack with my archers to try and hit that. Maybe not. So how well are we doing? We've killed 2%, so we're actually not doing too bad. If you can somehow hit that lancer, there's 39 in those demi lancers here. But here is King James, the man, the myth, the legend. Heavy armour as well, intertwined with the pikes there. But we might be able to take England in quite quick succession. They've got some rather large armies, but we'll see how they do. I think they sort of overextended themselves. They sort of weren't expecting a charge from the north. Brave, brave Scotland. Okay, so how well are we doing here? 2%, 39. Oh, we got a nice shot there. We might as well just waste all our artillery ammo. We've broken down the wall, the gate rather. There's no way they're going to be able to defend now. We could have a crack this side with the mortars. The more Scottish men we can save, the better. Let's rain artillery fire down. But yeah, let me know in the comments where you'd like me to expand. I've still got a bit of plan and a bit of a general gist for the series, but it's really up to you guys. I think taking the UK first is our imperative. Then we can probably go out and start getting overseas colonies. The Americas firstly, and then potentially Australia. Well, those gold mines probably really beneficial. So we've killed 8%, which isn't too bad, if I do say. We're actually getting rid of a lot of them. We're going to be able to charge with my swordsmen soon. We've also got plenty of pikes and plenty of cavalry as well to help out. Okay, so my cannon has emptied out now. And my mortars are quite close as well to finishing off those archers there. So we've got this one wrapped up. Thank God I didn't leave it to the auto-resolve. Right, let's drag these swordsmen out. Charge! I still need to watch that new show. The unofficial sequel to Braveheart or whatever. It's on Netflix. Everyone's banging on about it. Every history nerd you know is banging on about it. It's got Chris Pine in it. I can't remember the title of it. Outlaw, Outman, something. Regardless, we've got some mercenary swordsmen coming in. So even these guys are still using swords and round shields. Scottish Highland men charging in. We've also got some British sword mercenary. I guess this is Britannia at the moment, dual ethnicity. Okay, we've got some all those bodyguard. It's probably not a bad shout to send in some of those pikemen now, thinking about it, because those swordsmen are going to hold up quite well. Right, we've charged through the breach here quite easily. Let's try and spread out where we can.
The Lord is with us today.
Charge, men!
We have captured the enemy's walls.
Cut them to pieces. We might actually be able to destroy the faction. I haven't played Medieval 2 in so bloody long, because they've already killed Henry. If we kill Edward here today, oh god, we're going to be laughing. Come on, push through. You're going to need to know you can't. God, Medieval 2, you beautiful bastard. Push through the gates. We can't sit there and allow the enemy to pour hot boiling oil. I'm pretty sure in Britain that was banned as a punishment in this time period. Why are they doing it to us? Right, death by boiling oil. So we've lost the gateway, supposedly. That's alright, we're going to be able to win this. But that oil really did a number on us. My pikes are moving in now. Turn your pike formation off. We've lost 9%. Well, there's not really much you can do. We're probably going to lose a lot more than 9%. Okay, so we're in full-on combat with their swordsmen now. If we could somehow kill the king, that would be superb. But yeah, charge with the pikes if you can. The quicker we can get in, the better. Push for it, man. 22 remaining. We've killed 39% of theirs. We've lost 13. Charge, man! Man, Medieval 2 is such a beautiful game. It is a little bit dated nowadays, but it's still just it's just my favourite Total War, really. Just awesome. I want to do more campaigns on it, but it's up to you guys if you like to see that. As much as I do like Total War Attila, modded Total War Attila, I don't overly like vanilla, to be fair. The modded ones are good. Medieval Kingdoms, Ancient Empires, but it's just hard to beat classic Medieval 2 Total War. It's just so satisfying. Pikes! Look at this, we're trashing them. Even though this isn't the most sort of epic of sieges, it's still going to be massively crucial for us.
Very much in our favor.
Okay, let's try and speed things up because I want to try and get a proper fight in this series if we can for this episode, rather than just steamrolling the English like that. But they're just pissed off. I don't know why they've gone and done that. Maybe we just got them at an opportune time. Well, reinforcements have just flanked. We still haven't killed their general, but my swordsmen have been absolutely obliterated here. I reckon we're going to have to send some more in. Thinking about it now, because they've just been trashed.
If we remain true and steadfast,
oh, it's their matchlocks. They might have got some shots off at us. That's what it was. Yeah, we're doing well. We're going to win this. But it is going to be a close one. 26%. It definitely wasn't a 10 to 9 ratio. What was given. Okay, only a couple more remaining here. My other pikes have come in now. We're slowly but surely trickling everyone in. And there we go. The enemy general has fallen. King Edward of England is dead. Scotland now rules Britannia. Okay, let's send a couple of those 1-1 units to the town square to initiate the countdown and get this over and done with. But that's it. Average victory. We deployed 1,348 and lost 364 on the battlefield. Let's have a look at the casualties sustained and casualties inflicted. 26 for the noble pikemen. Did these guys really did that poorly? 4 and 6. Oh no, they did a little bit better. Mortars did 10. Nobles did 1-8. Yeah, that just shows you. Those heavily armoured swordsmen, a cavalry, I think that's what basically did. They just sort of sat back, relaxed, and took most of it. Knowledge, demands, exercise. Okay, right. London now has been taken. London has fallen. We shall... Whoa, we can sack the city for 27,000. Let's do that. And no, England has not been defeated. Oh, I thought it would. There must be some Air Jasper. I'm not entirely sure. Regardless, we've taken London, which is fantastic. Let's control a merge. And let's try and get some more recruits. Bill Militia, Longbowmen, English Archers. Okay, so we've actually got access to the English recruitment pool, which is cool. We want to try and get as many units here as possible to recoup our losses. Let's repair England where we can as well, just in case we get attacked. Let's quickly move out the king to try and get some more mercenaries to swell our ranks. But the upkeep is a little bit bonkers on them, I've got to say. Got to keep that in mind. Let's control A merge. And keep you guys here. We want to try and continue on the initiative where we can. Let's end the turn and continue. So we've been attacked here at York. And it looks like that general's risen to the throne. They've built a fort outside Ireland. I forgot you could build forts in this. That's awesome. I really, really like the side of that. Okay, so it looks like the English army's come back here now. The Kingdom of England is dead. The Duke of Prussia is dead. The Tibetan kings. Okay, settlement besieged. New mission. Take the settlement. As we are Protestant, we're not going to be. We're not sort of submitting to the Pope either. So the Kingdom of Spain are at war with the Holy Roman Empire. The Holy Roman Empire and the Austrian Habsburgs have broken their alliance. Wow. Okay. A lot of stuff is going on overseas. I would love to get some alliances with someone, maybe with Scandinavia. So it's probably not a bad idea to get a ship and a diplomat, and maybe double up on that. Try and expand our Scottish nation around the world. So God knows what the English are doing here. They're a little bit foolish by the look of it. I don't know what they're doing there. The Spanish own Belgium and Denmark. Belgium and the Netherlands, the Dutch, which is cool. So a small army's come out to meet us here. Hayway, 5 units. I think we've got them there. King Lionel there. How far would it take us to get to Ireland? Not too far. Let's leave 1 unit of archers. Let's move up where we can. Let's move our reinforcements out. And let's completely surround him. Let's attack. And throw the English back. We're going to be able to run down the dogs. 2 to 1. I think I might give it 1 turn. Make sure we complete it. We could get some more. How are we going finances wise? We are hemorrhaging money. I'm not going to lie. So we've got access to English recruits. That's interesting. Mercenary musketeers here. Let's try and get as many as we can. The more the merrier. Especially with you. Okay. Let's end the turn and continue. I wonder if they'll come back and disembark and try and retake London. We've pulled back with our army now. We're going to go headstrong into Ireland and wipe them out. The quicker the better. We don't want anyone trying to war deck us. Once we've got a United Kingdom, rather, under a Scottish banner, we can push away. Prince France of 2 Minds. Okay. More diplomatic information. The following factions are now at war. Kingdom of Spain and Venice. I don't really know. I think it's mostly these eastern kingdoms that I don't know too much about. Okay, let's move down here. Let's push over the border if we can. Oh, we can't go with a night attack because those reinforcements are now coming in. Okay, I'm gonna cop 1 unit here and try and get those guys in. We can't push over here. They're actually going to do a last stand, which is interesting. We're actually going to go bankrupt in 1 turn regardless. Let's try and move up more men where we can. We can't somehow get a ship here. Oh, we can. Can you disembark? Maybe. Some can. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Oh, you cheeky bugger. You cheeky bugger. Medieval Total War, I love you. Mwah. Bon appetito, motherfuckers. You're about to get a new one here. Whoa, France is sort of clustering up a bit here. So, that should reinforce in. Yes! We've got them on a 2 to 1 ratio. Excellent stuff. Well, without further ado, we're going to have the finale of England here today. We have Prince Sel with 2 units of British sword bucklermen, 1 unit of Bill Militia, some matchlock as well. And then we're going to be coming up against King Lionel. Most likely cousins of Henry and Edward, holding up in Ireland. Okay, let's fight this one here today on the battlefield. We're going to be able to wrap up England in 1 fell swoop. We have pike supremacy, we have artillery supremacy, and skirmisher with our longbowmen as well. So we can sit back, relax, rain fire in death upon the enemy, and see what's up. So we're in Northern Ireland here. How fitting. We're going to liberate them. So here is King Edward, the man, the myth, the legend. Okay, so let's get this army off and running. Let's get this party started. So, pikemen, let's move up where you can. Hold a strong, firm front line. Okay, let's move my archers through the center here if they do charge me. We have matchlocks on the flanks, along with cavalry. Swordsmen, let's try and put them on the flanks as well. We'll pop you to hearsay, and we'll pop you to hearsay as well. Cool, and then we'll flank with our matchlocks and try and angle them around. Recover their position if we do get attacked. So, mortars wise as well. Cannons, I reckon that's high enough. I reckon you can arc your shot high enough not to hit anyone. You guys here as well. Oh, there's even like a special ability on some of these blokes. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Okay. Wow. I love that. Okay, cavalry. Let's move you guys up. I'm just worried about range though. We probably could get these mortars up a lot higher. Like that's not going to blow anyone's head off. It could blow their ears off, but that'll do. That'll protect us here. So what have we got in reserve? Just those 9 units here. We'll keep them close. Okay, cavalry on the right. I think I want them there. But here is the Scottish army. Pikes at the front. Going to be holding the line. Swordsmen on the flanks. Cavalry here as well. We have artillery superiority. Archers at the back. We're basically just going to sit back, relax, rain fire and death upon them, and wait for them to charge me. Okay. Fire at will. Matchlocks. Swing. Swing, swing. Okay. Looks like they're not in range. Let's change that. Reinforcements. Prince Francis has arrived. And he's arrived on where? Where is he? Oh, on the horizon there. Yeah, go with a shootout stance. Okay, my artillery now should be in range. So how far can we see? Try and fire into that cluster, I reckon. So they are moving up some of their Western European bodyguard. If they come anywhere near me, they're going to go straight into a pike wall and longbowmen at the back. Churchill always said that he would have loved to have a unit of longbowmen in his army. Well, the Scottish are going to have one this time. So it does look like they're going to try and come straight out against those matchlocks. They are going to get absolutely decimated. Some of my longbowmen are actually in range. Archers, fire at will. Matchlocks, fire! Oh, that's awesome. That really, really is. I'll try and hit these guys. They're not going to go full on into pikes, are they? Brave men of Scotland! Pikes down! You're kidding me. They're going to try it. Fools! Cavalry straight into pikes. Continue to hit them. Rain fire and death upon them. Matchlocks here are firing. We're taking out a decent amount of that unit. Keep going, man. Cut them to pieces. Oh, I want to move you back so much, but you're getting some really good shots off. Come on. Then we might be able to rout them. Nah, pull back now. Pull back now. And we'll swing my swordsman this way. Nah, they're not going to get back. I was being a bit cheeky, if I do say. I thought I could do a bit better. Right, now they're coming in. Charge! Oh, that's a bit mental. Fire upon these guys if you can. Swordsman. Try and save these guys. Okay. So, I thought their reaction would have been a little bit better. Okay, matchlocks. Probably just halt. Disable fire. Well, you're probably going to be costing more friendly fire than what you're worth. Keep on trying to smash them. They're coming straight up into me. Artillery, try and hit this at the back here. It's their own. Okay, let's try and get some maneuvers here. Let's flank around. What are their reinforcements doing? They're just sitting back and relaxing. Let's move in my son as best we can. Try and flank with my cavalry. I should have done this a long time ago. We've got some more men in reserve here. Let's swing these guys around. Quick as you can. Try and charge into them, get some pace. We'll halt my artillery fire. Run them down, men. Halt. For Scotland! For the Highlands and the Lowlands. Oh no. They've just managed to halt. They've just managed to bypass some of the fire. So how's the front line doing? They are still trying to charge into me, which is bonkers. My archers are raining fire and death upon them. A well-placed blow from an arrow through the heart or lung. I'll probably be able to pierce them. They're not even that heavily armored, some of these blokes. Still fighting, strong on the left-hand side here. Got to give that to them. And they're still doing quite well at the front. 5% of their 35. This is the last stand for England. I kind of wish they sort of sat back a bit. My cavalry is just absolutely shredding them here. Artillery needs to halt now. We've got them on the ropes. Reinforcements have now arrived. And now their cavalry is broken. My archers are going to have an absolute field day against these guys. Turn them into pin cushions, lads. Okay. Cavalry, swing around and try and hit those pursuing knights. Let's try and finish them off. Okay, men. They're fine. They're fine. Okay, let's try and move this up as best we can. So, let's alt, move. And that should keep most of the formation that I like. Charge where you can. Allow my cavalry to do this. Let's speed things up a bit. We've got them on the ropes here now. Man, I don't know how well I would have done without my reinforcements here. Because it does look like they're going to sit back a bit on me. We've moved up to our favourable position now. Just try and hold as best we can. Okay, so it looks like my son's pushing up. Lancers are engaging. They're using fire arrows. Fan-bloody-tastic. Push up as best you can. These are those matchlocks. Fuck. It's just gone a bit sporadic here now. Swordsmen are going to go right into these lancers. Let's just hope my son hasn't suicided himself in. And he has. No. Oh, maybe. That's the problem with Medieval 2 reinforcements. For some reason, the AI, when it's stupid enough, just somehow charges the general in, so you're really rolling the dice. But victory! We have victory here today. We've managed to kill one of the generals, but the other one has just escaped us. Clear victory. King James of Two Minds, I don't know where these names are coming from, lost 111, deploying 1,040. Francis, my son, deployed 657 and lost 37. Here are the stats if you're curious. Let's sort of see what's performing so we can get a bit of an idea on what to recruit more of. So it's also 4 turns a year, this campaign. So every 4 turns, 1 year is going to lapse. So we're going to be able to have a lot of good dynasties here. King James, the conqueror of the English conqueror. So, inflicted. Pikes did 38, 37, mercenary knights. How well did my artillery stuff do? My mortar only got 17. Oh wow, my cannons only did 7 there. Okay. Mercenary knights 83. But we've destroyed their main army now. Genghis Khan quote: "In daylight watch with vigilance of an old wolf at night, with the eyes of a raven. In battle fall upon an enemy like a falcon." Okay.
What will you gain?
Right, let's execute the remaining captives. And I hope this is what England gone once and for all. It looks like we're going to have to assault the fort, which we're going to be able to do. 2 men with King Lionel. We're going to take the Crown of England and the Privy Seal. 11 men lost assaulting the fort. It was actually a mission, and that's the faction destroyed. England is officially over. The time of Scotland is nigh. Okay, we can't move out with anyone else. We can't move out with our artillery either. That sucks, but regardless, we've taken England. How fantastic is that? Let's chuck a quick save. Okay, guys, just wanted to quickly check my timer. I want to try and hit an hour for this episode. We're about 50 minutes in, so I want to go for a little bit longer. There's still plenty more to do, construction, recruitment-wise, and whatnot. You never know, we could get attacked. It'll be the fucking AI. It'll be the typical AI. As things are coming up, Millhouse, just to sort of, well, shit on us a bit, I guess. So let's stop the recruitment of any more military assets. We'll sort of keep that at a minimum, because... yeah, well, look, I think like our mercs are what really is expensive. 700 there, you can go. 400. That's not too bad. Whoa, 1200, yeah, they can go. Some of those mercenaries are really expensive. Even more than some of the cannons. So we do need to figure out like the cost evaluation of a lot of stuff. They're besieging, but we're really not going to need some of... oh, we're besieging, so we can't really do anything. We need to get our finances back on track. Okay. Now that we have a ship, I can kind of gauge how long it's going to take to get to Australia and stuff. So let me know in the comment section down below where I should expand to first. Now, we've got a couple of options. We've got the Americas on the east coast. However, in saying that, even though it's rebel, it's ripe for the taking, Spain occupies most of the Americas. And they are a Catholic faction, we are Protestant, so we're going to have to watch out for them. Unlike Australia, who are on the arse end of the world here, a lot of gold and only 1 province. And then maybe pushing up through Southeast Asia might be more beneficial. You can't actually wrap around the globe like in Hearts of Iron 4, which would be really cool. So you have to sort of pick where you go. My objective, like I said, is to establish a settlement in every continent and really make a Scottish imperial empire. Okay, so not really much else we can do. We've got diplomats. I want to try and get diplomacy around Europe, especially trying to ally up with Protestant nations. I wish we could sort of sort by religion somehow. No, we can't. We really own faction, living, top 5, neighbouring, custom, own. Yeah, no, there's not really a way to sort of do it. Catholic, it's really just sort of go down where we're at. Protestant. We're really going to need some. Okay, so, buildings-wise, let's have a look at what we're sort of working with. So we've got the British Militia Barracks. Okay, these are going to give us access to English units. Increased goods. Assassins. Increased tradable goods and population growth. Good. And then we'll swing back to Scotland itself. We can get the Royal Barracks in. A sawmill. Sawmill can be constructed in an area with timber. However, will reduce the construction of some buildings. Let's get a sawmill done. That's got to help us economically somehow, you'd think. Right, let's end the turn and continue. There is a large rebel force. Oh no! What is this? Are you kidding me? I think we've been attacked by Danes. We truly are the successors of England now. Oh shit. The Moor Sultan is dead. A new mission. Block this port. I think... Whoa, okay. What would I want to block that port? Faction announcements. My diplomacy has now changed. The following factions are now at war. Oh, okay. Phew. I freaked out then. We haven't taken this settlement yet. Oh my god. It nearly gave me a heart attack, Medieval 2. You lusty beast. Oh. Right. The lusty Argonian. Right. We're going to be able to take this now. It's rebel. It's technically a rebel territory. So, that's what did it. Thank God for that. Phew! I thought we were nearly at war with the Danes. Danes! On the horizon! They come as Vikings! Nearly fucking shat myself. Okay, so, how is religion sort of doing? Protestant. Wow, highways here. Let's get some paved roads here. Okay. Let's merge up where we can. Even with this army, I think. We want to have the standing army within London, I believe. If we are going to be attacked, it's going to be from there. Okay, so how are we going balance-wise? Get these guys out. I need to retrain them. I forget you need to retrain in this. I think that's our best possible army there. So we'll move you down south if you can. There's a couple of units hanging about here. Hanging about. Okay, let's move you down to London, because there's a rather large Barons Alliance looking army there. Let's move you guys in. And I would like to move you there, but I can't. So, they've got a fort here. Yeah, let's keep it garrisoned. Because I think they cost to be. I think, like, yeah, 3,000 gold? Fools. We could go around building some watchtowers on the coast, building them all the way from Cornwallis, all the way to East Anglia, Norwich or whatever. But regardless, maybe I should rename some of these regions to more Scottish sounding and fitting. I want to try and get alliances with these Protestant nations as quickly as possible. But we've knocked out England in quick succession, which is fantastic. The problem is now, the Pope. I don't think we can change our religion. That'd be really cool if we could. However, I don't think we can. So we've got to watch out for a France, Holy Roman Empire, and Spanish-backed crusade. We've really got to watch out for that. Because I'm not shitting you, it could very well happen. Colin of Scotland's been born. Angus is now 1. Colin is James's second son. More diplomatic information. The Crimean Khanate is at war with Lithuania. That's interesting because they are the Ottoman Empire's puppet. Okay, let's move you up to York and let's keep a full stack within London itself. We're going to keep my son up in Scotland. But public order-wise is superb. We've really got nothing to worry about. We want to try and repair where we can. We want to repair this stuff before we start building roads and whatnot. Probably a port. We haven't even got a dockyard yet. 8 turns. It's going to take a while. Okay. I'm just sort of looking to see if there's sort of any sort of enemy stuff going on. So, let's move my agents over to try and negotiate. So, wow. Who is this? I reckon that's the Holy Roman Empire having a crack at them. Imperial City, Reims. Regardless, we're going to be able to disembark my agents in Denmark. I think it's our best bet. And let's get some negotiations with the Danes. The Dane and Norwegian Empire. So I'd like trade rights to start things off. They've accepted. Alliance will be balanced. We're just rejected. We've got plenty of money. The best way to persuade negotiations in medieval Total War is to offer territory, but they're not interested, so that's not good. Right, we'll continue to negotiate where we can. Let's go further north to Sweden. Let's have a chat to the Swedes, and let's try and move my ships back where we can. We haven't got any more diplomats, do we? We do here. Okay, let's send this to Spain. Probably France, sorry. We'll go to France. Because I seriously don't want any... sure, let's just get some negotiations going. Rejected. Because I really don't want to fuck with France. Just what I need. After we've knocked them out. If I was to attack this army, what would it cost me? Oh, shit. That's alright. All good. Right, finances wise, we're still constructing where we can. Is there anything up north that's costing me heaps? What about in that army? Because I do want to try and keep my... It's that cavalry that can go. Matchlocks here aren't very expensive. Let's try and recruit my own, I think. Yeah, it'll be a hell of a lot cheaper. Look at that. They're still expensive. Yeah, that's what we want. Something a bit cheaper by 700, that's good. Okay, can we put negotiations any further around? We can push down here and have a quick look. So, oh, wait, what? Oh! We've got map information with France, so we can actually see what's going on. So, this is the Holy Roman Empire, and I imagine this is the Austrian Habsburg dynasty here. Right, okay. Prussia and Lithuania is probably our best bet where to go to. Let's chuck another end turn. I wonder if those rebels are going to come out against me. The Kingdom of Spain, what are they doing? We've taken the UK. We've taken 3 settlements in today's episode. I think we just caught them unaware. But I guess that's what you do when you lose your faction leader. Everything goes into turmoil. King James, the conqueror of England. Okay. Diplomatic status. Oh, wow. The following factions declare their allies, abandoning their independence and sovereignty. Who bent the knee to the Khanate? Vassals. Crimea Khanate. They have 2. Spanish ships on the coast. Okay, let's try and get some more diplomacy before we end this episode here. Do France want an alliance? No, they're not interested. Let's move further down here. We can't. We've got... I'm pretty sure the Holy Roman Empire. Habsburg are Catholic. Duchy of Prussia is Protestant. But I reckon the Holy Roman Empire, which are here... Oh, they're Protestant! Oh, wow, okay. Shit, yeah. We'll try get an alliance with them or some sort of trade. Holy Roman Empire. Yeah, Protestant, okay. Rejected. Alliance. Not interested. Okay, let's move up to Stockholm. Try and get trade. Good. The more we can boost this up, the better. Yeah, I'll take that. Because you probably have eyes in Russia. Yeah. So we're sort of getting a picture of how Europe is shaping out throughout the 1600s now. So, unfortunately, on that note, it is time to end episode 1 of the Medieval 2 era Total War Conquest mod here today. We're playing, of course, as King James of Scotland, of 2 minds. The Duke of Edinburgh, the High Lord, High Steward, and his 14-year-old son there. Awesome stuff. I've had an absolute blast playing this first episode. We've smashed the English, and we've united the entirety of the United Kingdom under a Scottish banner. Let me know in the comments in the next episode where you'd like me to expand. We've opened up massive maritime trade and whatnot. 5,000 from trade. That's crazy. So, without further ado, I think we need to start expanding overseas. Pushing into Europe, we definitely can do. Against the French, easier said than done. As you can see, they're operating with quite a few of their pikes and stuff. It'd be a really hard task to try and take out any of these kingdoms. So maybe we need to push overseas. Should I go to the Americas? Should I go to Africa? On my way to Australia? Let me know in the comment section down below. The deal's still on as well for this episode. If this video can hit 500 likes within 24 hours, I will do a double episode here today and release the second video instantly. If not, you just have to wait a little bit longer for that next upload. I can't stress this enough, guys. Show support for this series, and I will do more medieval campaign on the channel. I'd really much appreciate it, because I could see myself doing more on this mod, but I think I want to do more medieval 2 on the channel. But let me know. I want to know from you guys. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series. And if you'd like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box. These days, to get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click the bell, of course, to join the notifications squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. If you guys would like to get yourself some cheap and reliable games, check out my G2A affiliation link in the description below. Maybe you can pick up a strategy game you haven't picked up just yet. Maybe Hearts of Iron, maybe Crusader Kings 2, maybe a Total War. Check out my G2A affiliation link in the description below for cheap and reliable games. I do recommend going and checking out the prices even. There's some really good prices on there. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye. Really close cinematic shots here, pushing through the bridge. Oh, look at... That was probably the shot of the video there.